is going to be a fun first impressions get ready with me on the brand new Colourpop and Snow White collection. I did pick up the eyeshadow palette and 2 of the blushes, and I also picked up the really adorable mirror. So that's what I got from this collection. And I also picked up one of the highlighters from the It's a Small World collection. I've actually been wanting this highlighter for a while, and I thought this was just the perfect time to pick it up with this collection, so I can also try that out with you guys as well. So I'm going to use the mirror to get ready today. I already primed my eyes with my Colourpop Party Proof Primer and my Luxe Lip Oil on my lips, and then I just went in with my Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. So we're gonna go into to set my primer. So we're gonna go into the eyeshadow palette, and first off, what really got me with this one is this packaging is probably some of my favorite packaging I've seen from Colourpop lately. This is absolutely stunning and adorable. I love that it has like the chipmunks on the outside and the birdies and the flowers, and it just really gets you into the nostalgia of the movie. And this is obviously Disney's first animated feature that they ever made. I don't know if you guys knew that. And also Snow White was Disney's first official Disney princess. So she started it all. She was the first. She's not my absolute favorite princess, actually, but I do think that this was adorable, and a lot of people are thinking that Colourpop is probably going to start doing princess-focused collections, and maybe they'll just go in the order of when the princesses were introduced. I mean, they did do a Frozen 2 collection a couple of years ago, and they did do a Mulan collection for the live-action movie, so I don't know if they would redo those two. They probably wouldn't. But if they do like the classic princesses like Cinderella and Aurora and so on, I will probably have to pick up at least all of those palettes. But look at this packaging. Isn't it so freaking cute and so pretty? And then on the back, it has the castle as well. Like, how pretty is that? With like, it's just gorgeously designed. And then when you open it up, that's with a plastic insert, of course. And then on the top of the palette, it has this beautiful design of Snow White and the actual storybook that is in the beginning of the movie, which I thought that was a beautiful touch with the birds and everything. It's just so intricate and so pretty. And then this is the actual eyeshadow palette. So this is what it looks like. So I'll give you guys a close-up. It is a very neutral-based palette, honestly. This is not my absolute favorite color story that they've done, but I just want to jump into the palette with you guys. I'm not going to go through the names or anything. I just want to use it, but I am going to show you guys some swatches that I did last night on my stories on Instagram, because I don't need to swatch it again. But this is the swatches of, these are the swatches of the eyeshadow palette, if you guys can see. And then I also did swatch the blushes on the side here. So those are the 2 blushes. And then on the bottom is the highlighter. But if you guys want to really see them on my Instagram stories, then you guys can just follow me at CBW819, and those are the swatches of the eyeshadow palette and everything else that I picked up. So let's jump into this guy and see what we can come up with. I'm just going to do a pretty basic look today. I mean, what else is new? But I didn't want to do anything too crazy. So I think I'm going to jump into like the warmer tones today. I'm going to use this shade first. Originally, I was going to use this peachy one, but I want to use this one in my crease. So that one is called Someday, and it's just a really pretty like peachy, pinky, mid-tone color. Nothing revolutionary for Colourpop. I probably have this color like 10 times over, but we're going to use this one, and I'm going to use the magic mirror because obviously I have to for this video. So we're just going to go into that. I obviously just washed my hair, by the way, so my hair will be dry after I do my eyes, but I like to do my eyes first before I dry my hair, just because like I don't want to go in like with my face makeup before my hair is dry, because then it gets like kind of messy. You know the drill. So anyway, let's go ahead and just apply that. I already can't see that well with this mirror, like, so I'm just putting this in my crease. That's the thing, is that like I don't love using these kind of mirrors because like I really just, I'm so nearsighted, but at the same time this is blending out really easily, so it's not like I really have to see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna do the same over here, obviously. I think I'm gonna have to use, I'll use this when I do like my cheeks and stuff. I think I'm gonna still have to use my regular mirror. I just need to be up close and really see how I'm blending it out. And also like the lighting isn't like the greatest today, but that's okay. It's taking quite a bit of building to get this shade on, but I thought it was gonna be a bit more smoother. And it's like kind of skipping a little bit, which is a little bit bizarre for a shade like this, because usually they do shades like this pretty easily, but this shade is taking quite a bit of building. So the thing about this palette is that I don't think it's gonna work that great for people that have like darker skin tones than I do, because it's a very light fair palette. And I understand, because Snow White obviously is pale as hell, and that's why she's named Snow White, because she's pale as hell. But I just think they could have made it a bit more mid-toned, but at the same time, like, I understand the color story, but you know what I mean. They could have just added some depth and dimension to this. Okay, so now I'm going to use the shade Carried Away in my crease area, and it's kind of full of glitters, but I don't really mind that. They still blend out just as easily as a regular matte, and it adds a little bit of like a whimsical touch, and it's a pretty like mid-toned brown, so we're just going to use that. I do want to use the golds, but we'll see. I think I'm still going to use the yellow golds, because that's the one I really want to use first on my lid. So this shade, again, is blending really easily. Don't really have any issues with it. I am so tired today, though. Like, honestly, I don't feel like doing anything today, but I am seeing my boyfriend today, because I'm not going to be able to see him again until, like, Tuesday. Because tomorrow I work, and Sunday I'm seeing Ant-Man with my friends. Definitely seeing it a lot earlier than I did Black Panther. I finally saw Black Panther last month, so I did not see that when it first came out. I just didn't have the time. Okay, and then the outer corner shade I'm going into is In the Land, which is that deeper, like, reddish brown. Okay, so I can see that this could be paired really nicely with the shimmery red in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and deepen it up with that shade. I think this will pair nicely with that goldeny yellow. But that is a nice deepening shade. It's actually a lot more red on the eyes than it looks in the actual pan. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it on this side as well. I also just got another writing assignment due in 3 days, and he just assigned it on, I think, either after my class on Wednesday or yesterday, but it's literally due in 3 days. So today's Friday and it's due on Monday, so I have to do that, or at least start it by tonight and probably finish it tomorrow night, but I'm probably gonna have to. I sent in my second assignment today. All I had to do was fix the citations for that one. Okay. And now for, sorry, I'm just texting him. The brow bone, I'm going to go in with that shade With a Smile, which again is that really pale matte shade. And that's a really nice brow bone highlight. I mean, it's not really anything like too crazy. But I am glad that this one I don't find redundant because obviously I'm going to use it as a brow bone highlight like every single time I use this palette. And then for my lid, I'm just going to apply some glitter glue. Okay, so for the lid, like I said, I want to go into the yellow gold, which is called True Love. And that's kind of like, these three shades are like, obviously the shades of her dress, so. That is a really pretty color. That's really pigmented. Wow. Their shimmers have become so good at this point. Like, that's a really pretty shimmer. Wow. Really like that one. Okay. Okay, that's really pretty. I like that a lot. So now I'm just going to, so what I used in my crease again was this shade, which was Someday. Then I darkened it up with Carried Away. And then I used In the Land on the outer corner. Sorry if I didn't like pick it up and point out those shades, but I obviously told you guys the name. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit and I'm going to dry my hair. And I'm also going to do my base off camera and then we'll come back and do the rest of the eyes. Okay, so I went ahead and did my base and I just went in with my Do It spray from Fourth Ray Beauty, and then I just used my NYX Marshmallow Primer to prime my face, and then I just went in with one of my favorite tinted moisturizer, which is the Tower 28 one in the shade 05 Fairfax, which is of course the lightest shade. And then I went in with my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum concealer in the lightest shade as well, 01 Fair. And then I went in with an older powder, but I need to use this up, so I went in with my Becca Hydro Grip powder. I don't know why there is a glow right now, like that was a little bizarre, but let me just kind of get rid of some of that. So I just used that to set my under eyes, and then I used the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder to set the rest of my face. I'm kind of like scraping the sides of it at this point, so I might get rid of it. Because honestly, it's becoming really hard to get it out of the pan, and I wanted to use it up completely, but it's getting really hard to get the product out at this point, and I have a backup sitting in my bathroom, and I just want to crack into it. So now we're going to go back into the eyeshadow palette and finish up the lower lash line and inner corners. So for the inner corners, I really want to use this shade called Ever After. It looks like a really pretty, like, goldish color. I believe this one is a Super Shock shadow. It has this really pretty, like, goldish pink reflect to it. So I wanted to use a diet one. I'm also wearing a sweater that I literally have not had on since I bought it. Like, I haven't actually worn this. And I bought it like a couple months ago from Lucky. And I'm usually really good about wearing like newer stuff that I buy. But for some reason I just haven't worn this navy cardigan. It has like a hood on the back of it, and it's really soft. And I actually bought it to replace like my older cardigan that I have that I gave away. And I don't know why, like, my concealer got a bit dry on this side and it got like all bunched up over there, so I don't know why it did that. So it's a little bit weird, but I tried to fix it, but it did not want to be fixed. So I was thinking about doing 2 looks for this video, but I think I'm just going to keep it at 1 since I want to show you guys like everything that I got, but also like I'm going to use the other blush tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'm going to make this 1 look or 2. But it's not like this video is going to be that long, so I'm not really sure. Okay, so that looks really pretty. I kind of want to go in just a bit with my fingers. And I'm just gonna, yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's really pretty. And then for the lower lash line, I don't think I'm gonna go into the blue shade. I was thinking about putting a pop of blue on the lower lash line, but I think I'm just gonna go in with the same shade that I used in the crease, which is Someday, and I'm just going to pop that on the lower lash line. It's just a warm peachy shade. I think it'll just be a nice, okay, I really need more of that. I don't know why that's being a little bit annoying to put on the lower lash line. But I also saw that Angelica Nyquist uses like this same Colourpop brush for her inner corners and I think for her lower lash line as well. I'm like, it's such a good little pointed brush, and I use this every single day for my lower lash line and my inner corners because it's just such a precise brush. And again, they have like the softest brushes in the world, like not even joking, like they're just really nice brushes. I will push Colourpop brushes till the end of time because I think they're so freaking good. Just don't know why that's taking a little while to get on my lower lash line. That's okay. So yeah, I have a few things going on this weekend. Very excited to see Ant-Man because I have not seen one of my friends in like a couple of months, and her husband. I'm just so excited to see both of them. The last time we saw them was we went to the city back in December, and that was the last time we hung out. We have not even seen them this year yet because, you know, we've all been busy, so I get it, but I'm just super excited to see Ant-Man with them. That looks really pretty actually. Okay, so I'm just gonna add some liner and then we'll do the mascara together because I actually have a mascara that I haven't used on camera yet. Okay, so for my mascara, I just went in with my liner and my Essence Lash Primer on my top lashes. I just went in with my LA Girl brown liner like I always do on my waterline. So now for my mascara, I picked up this mascara because of the Brutally Honest Beauty. I love her. You guys should go check her out. But she's been talking about this mascara for a while, so I was kind of interested in trying it myself. So this is the Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara. I did actually try this for the first time yesterday, but I wanted to use it again for you guys. I thought that the formula was a bit dry for my liking, and I kind of noticed that with the other mascara that I also picked up from Wet n Wild a couple days ago. But I do like how this builds up, and it kind of is nice that it's a bit drier because then 1, it doesn't really clump up as much, and 2, it's not as annoying to dry down like after you put on your setting spray and all of that. You don't have to worry about it transferring. You don't really have to worry about flaking because of that. So it is actually a pretty good lengthening and volumizing mascara from the drugstore. So I would recommend it if you guys were looking for one that was a cheap and easy mascara from the drugstore because I do think it's actually really nice. I actually like it even more today than I did yesterday. Sometimes mascaras take a little while to either like warm up, or you have to try them like a couple of times before you actually like it. But I think from the first time that I tried this, I thought it was a pretty good one. So I did pick up mine from Five Below. I also picked up the Mega Length mascara as well. And that used to be one of my favorites that I actually have went through a couple of tubes of. Because that used to be like my favorite. I'm just going to do my bottom lash mascara on camera. Obviously not off camera. Oh my god, Caitlin. I'm going to do it on camera instead of off camera because I'm still talking. Like, literally just said the reverse. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, I picked them both up from Five Below, and I think this is so funny. Like, I kind of want to comment about this. So I saw like this TikTok of the Dollar Tree now raising their prices to $1.25. So like people think that the Dollar Tree is also going to be raising their prices even more to like $1.50. And you guys can check out the TikTok if you want. I think it's just so funny. Like, the girl just actually really makes me laugh. Like, but, like, I was laughing really hard when I was watching this TikTok, but it was on the Viewer's Voice channel, which he's, like, one of my favorite YouTube channels. He's just so funny with him and Dustin Daly. They just crack me up. But I've been watching the Viewer's Voice for so long. He's like really the only drama channel that I watch still, because I just really enjoy their commentary. And then I'm going to go into my favorite bronzer of the moment, which is the Haus Labs bronzer. I've been loving this one. I did actually order one of the new blushes yesterday because I really, really wanted to get one of the new blushes as soon as it came out. I wanted to pick it up in store, but they also restocked the Rare Beauty highlighters finally, so I picked up 2 shades of those because they restocked them online, but they didn't have them in my Sephora in store, excuse me, because I wanted to snatch them up before they sold out again, because those have been selling out like super fast. So when I went to, what I was saying about the Dollar Tree is that I went to Five Below to get those mascaras, right? And Five Below is supposed to mean that everything that you find in the store is supposed to be $5 and under. Some things that we found there were over $5. Like, not even by like a few cents, but like $8 products. And we're like, what? Like, it used to be where everything at Five Below was $5 or less. And even the Wet n Wild mascara that I got, this one was $5.75. And I'm not saying that's like an obscene amount of money, but and I kind of get if like Wet n Wild or like makeup companies are a little bit more expensive there because it's Wet n Wild, you know, like, but at the same time, like, they should be like $5 and under. I think the Mega Length mascara was like $4.99, but with tax, it's still going to be a little bit more, but at least that was still priced. That's like pretty much the normal price that you find that one for, because that one is a pretty cheap mascara. I'm sure the Big Papa mascara anywhere else probably would have been like $7 or $8 at like Ulta or at like CVS or something, because CVS is literally like a robbery on how expensive they are. But the thing is that like people are starting to get upset about these things that are literally raised only like $1 or like maybe like 50 cents, because that people go to these stores because they want to pay cheap prices, and you're not going to be able to. The thing is that, like, if somebody comes in and buys, like, $50 worth of product, they might have to like determine like whether they need one thing over the other, because these things are starting to add up because of the 25 to 50 cents that are added to each product. You know what I mean? So like some people are like, well, it's only a few cents, but at the same time, like it really does add up in the end, because 25 cents added to each product at the Dollar Tree, if you buy 4 products, that's another whole dollar. So you're still spending $5, but at the same time, like if you go there and do like your regular shopping, which I've never shopped there because I've heard like terrible things about their store, but it just adds up at the end. So rant over. So anyway, I'm going to use the I Wish Super Shock Cheek today because that's the color I really want to use. And it just looks like a really beautiful shade that will go really nicely with this eye look, because it kind of is like almost the same as the crease shade. So we're going to go in with this guy. And I just took like a few coats of it, and that is a really, really pretty color. And that goes on super, super smoothly. And I'm also going to put it on this side as well. I'm just going to kind of dip in a little bit more, but that goes on really, really nicely and very, very smoothly. I really like how that looks. Okay, so we'll use the mirror for this because I don't have to be as up close in my face when I put on my blush. So it's looking a bit texturized, but it's probably just because of the way I'm setting my face right now because of the powder. I'm probably just gonna have to start using a new powder because the other one's not really doing me any favors scraping it out of the pan. But that is a beautiful color. I really like that. I probably will try this as a highlighter at some point, but I really just want to use the It's a Small World Super Shock highlighter. So this one is the shade Jubilant Chorus. So we're going to go in with that for my highlighter. I don't know if I'm just going to use my fingers for this, because usually I just use my fingers for these Super Shock highlighters. I think I'm going to just try it with my finger first. That is really pretty, actually. And it's not as stark white as I thought it was going to be on my cheeks, because I thought it was going to be like really, really white. Like it is white, but it's not like, it's kind of more of like a goldeny white. Okay, that is like way too much product, but that's okay because we're just going to go over it pretty lightly. Does that even look good? I don't know. I'm gonna like drop everything. So I banged my hand last night like really badly on my desk when I was swatching these products, and it was when I wanted to get up out of my chair. Okay, that's pretty. But I need to just use my fingers because I don't really know what's going on. Again, I think that's my fault with the way I've been setting my face, because it does look really pretty, but it's just looking a bit texturized. And also because I think it's because my brush isn't really like exactly cleaned the way that I wanted it to be. So that's, again, my own issue and my own fault. But it does look really pretty. I'm going to use my fingers again. But dang, that is pigmented and really pretty. So I'm just going to use my fingers up here as well. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay, if only I could get this to actually not look as texturized though, because again, that's kind of my own doing. Okay, that's better. It's pretty though. But it would definitely lay smoother if I just wash my brush properly. I like did not want to do anything after I banged my hand last night, so yeah. And it was like excruciating trying to spray with the sprayer of the spot cleaner. Like, it was terrible. So at least my hand feels a lot better today. I really thought I did like something more serious. So okay, so anyway, that looks really pretty. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up with my lips, and then we will talk about everything. But I think I'm just gonna do one look because I didn't think I was gonna talk for this long. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, super pretty, and the lips. I went in with MAC's Kinda Sexy matte lipstick for my lippy, and I really like how this matches like perfectly. Like, I've had this lippy like in front of me for like a couple of days, and I didn't think it was gonna go so perfectly. I mean, I knew it was gonna go really good with this, but it goes like perfectly. So I think it goes really well with the blush and the crease shade. So overall, I am really happy with this look and how it turned out. I mean, I knew I was gonna like this palette. There was no honestly, it's a good palette. It's a little bit safe with the color story. And I kind of wish they would have made a little bit of a nod to like the Seven Dwarfs with this. Like, maybe like just had like one shade named after the Seven Dwarfs, or maybe like one of the they could have done like a lip gloss for like one of the dwarfs. But I understand it was a Snow White themed collection and Snow White focused collection. They just did like one lip kit for the Evil Queen, and the rest of it was basically about Snow White. So like with the shade Spellbreaker, with the Smile Ever After, Such Grace, Someday, True Love, My Prince, Carried Away, In the Land, Charmed, Just One Kiss, and Fantasy. No, Far Away, not Fantasy. So I am excited to try some more of the shades. I think I used like 6 of the shades today. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of the shades. And I really like how this look turned out. I think it turned out beautiful. I really love the gold. I think that is such a stunning pigmented shimmer. It is really, really nice. So far it's really pretty. I'm definitely going to play with it some more. I don't know if I'm going to incorporate another look. Maybe I will just do a quick look tomorrow and show you guys everything that I used, or I'll just do it like with the eyes and the blush and like not like ramble on. But I do want to tell you guys like my thoughts of everything. I also think the blush is really beautiful. I think it looks gorgeous with this look, and honestly, it goes so well with that crease shade. I love how it just tied it together, made that like peachy color pop even more. And then the Small World highlighter is also beautiful. I really think it's gorgeous with this look. I probably would have paired it with like more of like a golder highlighter, but this is still really beautiful. So I really like that. And then the Big Mama, I was about to say Big Mama. The Big Papa mascara is actually really, really good from Wet n Wild. So I think it's really nice. It doesn't clump. It gives a lot of length and curl and volume. So it checks all the marks that I like in a mascara. And it's really nice. I think it's a really good affordable mascara. And I really love the lippy because I love MAC lipsticks. And yeah, that's it, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will either film an outro tomorrow if I decide to do another look. So bye for now.